This is export inspections for Monday, June 2nd. Starting out here with corn. Corn had a really another strong week. Shipments came in at 62 million bushels. Really good to see there. Current inspections are up 29% right now compared to last year at this time. Uh, just entered the fourth quarter here, so 13 weeks left in the marketing year. Going forward, the needed pace is going to be 34.4 million bushels per week, which that's actually about 9 million bushels per week less than last year. And there's 150 million bushels more on the books for sales compared to last year. So right now it's still looking like corn exports need to be taking up 50 to 100 million. So really good to see there on the corn side that that trend's continuing. Switching to the bean side here, shipments a little bit disappointing this week, but not quite as bad as the last couple. 9.9 million bushels was the number that was sent out last week. This was up, but still, yeah, not very good. Needed pace going forward is going to need to be around 12 million bushels per week, which that's actually pretty close to last year's number going forward at 12.5. So okay there for now, but beans are in the spot where it's pretty tight to expectations, and there's not a whole lot of room for error, so gonna have to be watched pretty closely. Finishing out here with wheat. Wheat finished up its marketing year with this one and on a really strong note. Final week of shipments were 20.3 million bushels, which that was definitely towards the top of expectations. Last 2 weeks were very strong for wheat, so good to see there. Um, Now, when you take it into a factor, the census data that doesn't always show up on the inspections numbers, wheat exports should have finished up in that 835 to 840 million bushel mark. So slightly above the expectations of 820 million bushels. So really good to see that. Should be a little bit of a benefit to the wheat market that those numbers are going to be reached and maybe even be a little bit of a surplus there. So definitely good to see for wheat as it wrapped up its marketing year. So next week we'll start looking at a new crop. So that is it for export inspections for Monday, June 2nd.
This material has been prepared by a sales or trading employee or agent of Midwest Market Management and is in the nature of a solicitation. This material is not a research report prepared by of Midwest Market Management Research Department. By accepting this communication, you agree that you are an experienced user of the futures markets, capable of making independent trading decisions, and agree that you are not and will not rely solely on this communication in making trading decisions. Distribution in some jurisdictions may be prohibited or restricted by law. Persons in possession of this communication indirectly should inform themselves about and observe any such prohibition or restrictions. To the extent that you have received this communication indirectly and solicitations are prohibited in your jurisdiction without registration, the market commentary in this communication should not be considered a solicitation. The risk of loss in trading futures and/or options is substantial, and each investor and/or trader must consider whether this is a suitable investment. Past performance, whether actual or indicated by simulated historical tests of strategies, is not indicative of future results. Trading advice is based on information taken from trades and statistical services and other sources that of Midwest Market Management believes are reliable. We do not guarantee that such information is accurate or complete, and it should not be relied upon as such. Trading advice reflects our good faith judgment at a specific time and is subject to change without notice. There is no guarantee that the advice we give will result in profitable trades.